Well, you know, on these veterans issues and on so many issues, the White House apparently doesn't know anything about anything until they read a news report. So it seems to me that the so-called Fourth Estate, probably more of the management of the government right now than it's ever been. Everything is news to the White House. The veterans' problems are news to the White House till they hear it through the news media. Somebody needs to be in charge at the White House, and somebody needs to start taking responsibility. You know, one of these veterans hospitals, the one in St. Louis, a whistleblower came forward, had been in charge of the mental health part of that program, says it's just not working. People don't work hard enough. They don't give people the appointments they need as quickly as you should give people appointments for mental health concerns. And I'm going to be there next week to talk to them about that. But whether it's the VA problems, another St. Louis issue, one of a handful of service centers around the country for the management of people who couldn't sign up for the president's health care plan online so they could sign up some other way. 600 people, some of them have stepped forward and said, really, there's nothing here to do, and hasn't been anything to do since October 1. But the British company that got the contract to run these 6 offices, and there's 600 people just in the St. Louis office, was already in trouble with the British government for not performing whenever they were given the contract by our government. Somebody needs to be responsible for that. Somebody needs to be responsible for these offices. And then yesterday at the State Department, they were asked if they'd received a letter from Senator Ayotte and I on Miriam Ibrahim, who's being held in prison in Sudan. And really, they had no idea, even though they'd had the letter for 4 days, and we got the receipt, they had the letter for 4 days. The problem is nobody is responding. This is a woman who, one of her sentences in Sudan is to be flogged for marrying a non-Muslim, and the second after they flog her is to hang her for refusing to renounce her Christian faith. We don't seem to be concerned about that. She and her toddler son are in a prison cell right now, waiting for the baby to be born so the mother can be killed. And nobody in our government appears to want to say anything about it. It's outrageous, just like the Iranian prisoners are outrageous who were over there and imprisoned for faith. And we have vacancies at the State Department in the jobs that are supposed to be focused on these things, and we should be ashamed of ourselves.